I'd like to remind you, of course, that wrestling will be held in Huntington, West Virginia on the 29th and in Columbus, Ohio on Sunday the 30th. Those are great dates coming up, and, of course, the Omni coming up on the 16th.
You know, I told you the news just a while ago, the Omni on the 16th, that after all the different partners we both have had through the years, not one time has me and Tommy Rich ever been together. From this day on, be noted around worldwide, Tommy Rich and Dusty Rhodes are now a tag team from here on out, no matter what goes on. So no matter what happens now, when somebody wants to jump me in the parking lot or somebody wants to whip him, they gonna have to whip us both, right, Tommy?
That's exactly right. You put Rhodes and Rich together, and I'll tell you exactly what you got, Ole Anderson and Roddy Piper. You got rough and ready, baby. Anytime, any place, anywhere you want to do it. Atlanta, Georgia, in the Omni, Columbus, Ohio, it don't matter, just like the dream said. We sat down, we talked it out, and we've done it. We're together, come hell or high water, baby. You got to go through us both.
That's it. The fact of the matter is, in the Omni, Ole Anderson, Rodney Piper, head up, got to come head up 2 times. Both right here. Tommy Rich, Dusty Rhodes, both world heavyweight champion. Rodney Piper, every time we come out here, he takes his little tail, puts it on his head like a hat, and walks out of here. He don't want none of it. And they damn sure don't want none of it now. All right, now, rough and ready. Rhodes and Rich in the Omni. Ole Anderson, it's going to be, the deal is dealt for you and Piper, Jack.
The fact that you're making a lot of statements, it is rather interesting, though, that every time Dusty Rhodes does come out here, you suddenly do become rather busy.
Oh, just a second. I'm busy all the time, and it just so happens that when I'm out here, Dusty Rhodes kind of becomes busy. Tommy Rich becomes busy. Right now, I'm standing here. I don't see no Dusty Rhodeses. I don't see no Tommy Richeses. No place around. He's talking about hopping around like a rabbit. Well, if that's what you're into, is furry little tiny creatures, boys, then you go ahead. But what I'm talking about wrestling like grizzly bears. I'm talking about fighting like nobody you ever seen before. But then again, I know you haven't seen it before. That's why I've taken these people and beat them time and time again. You know, it is so hard, Mr. Soley. When you're on top, it's so lonely up here. When somebody is always trying to take cheap shots at you, like Dusty Rhodes, oh, couple of nice blondes, look real pretty. Marilyn Monroe would be proud of these people. Tommy Rich coming out looking like John Travolta, his hat off, trying to look real hot, right? They're talking about sitting down, talking about drinking all kinds of stuff. Well, let me tell you something. We don't drink no liquor. We're what you call finely honed athletes. We're what you call precision timing. Mr. Ole Anderson is the perfect partner. I know everybody says that this will be the greatest tag team in the world has ever seen. Mr. Tommy Rich, world's heavyweight champion. Mr. Dusty Rhodes, world's heavyweight champion. Well, let me tell you something, boys. If you're so brave, why don't you rush out here right now with your hamsters on a leash there and your little pink poodles and all them little furry creatures. And
I agree with them 100%. A lot of people think they're pretty good. And a lot of them even believe it themselves until somebody walks up and sticks their fist in their nose, and all of a sudden they find out that their knees are made out of jelly. They're not as tough as they thought they were. You know, somebody was saying to Piper and myself a little while ago, said, how come you're over here? How come you're with Georgia Championship Wrestling? How come you're with the NWA? Well, I'm here because I want to be with the best. When I play football, I'd want to play in the NFL. If I was playing baseball, I'd want to be in the major leagues. And I can't imagine anybody, if they're worth anything, taking themselves down a couple of pegs and playing in the Bush League.
that's the point.
Anybody can go out and get a pair of trunks. Anybody can get a pair of boots. And I guess if they want to stretch the truth a little bit, they could even call themselves a wrestler. And there are some people that do that. But I'm here to tell you this. You're watching 2 of the best wrestlers right now. You're going to see a lot of other great wrestlers. I may not like Dusty Rhodes, but I have to respect him. He's got a certain amount of ability. I'm not crazy about Tommy Rich, but he's a good kid, too, when it comes to wrestling. Maybe not as good as me and Piper, but he's good. Michael Hayes, not crazy about him, not crazy about Armstrong's. But they've all got something that makes them an NWA or a Georgia Championship wrestler, makes them a little bit better, maybe a whole lot better than some other people who just think they're wrestling. Now, I can talk like I've been doing, and you maybe think that's just a little bit of BS. Well, I make this challenge to you. You take anybody else that says they are. If you haven't seen them here, and you bring them to me, you bring them to Sawyer, bring them to Piper, bring them to us. Let's see what they do. Oh, when we go to Saginaw, Maybe when we go to Columbus, Ohio. Maybe when we go to Dayton. Oh, that's a good place, Dayton. Bring them on over. I'll guarantee you they won't be able to.
Kevin Sullivan in the multicolored trunks moving out against Chick Donovan in the gold trunks, and talk about two great athletes in fantastic physical condition. Sullivan one step ahead of him there.